Good morning, everybody. Today we're at the World's End Pub in Kilkenny, Ireland. We are going to have a traditional Irish breakfast, which is on its way, but to warm up, they've given us like half a loaf of bread for us to butter up. Coffee and tea. This is a great start to a fabulous meal. Our meal has arrived and it is huge. There is so much food here. We've got a rasher of bacon, we have a white pudding, a black pudding, beans, we have a little potato wedge here, a couple sausages, we've got the tomato as we would say, and a fried egg. This is a feast for a day's worth of work. And to be honest with you, this type of meal came out of rural Ireland. This was actually sort of the farmer's meal, which would have everything in it and give them enough energy to make it through the day. There's all sorts of things here to try. And so, that being the case, forks up. It is time to dig in and try something because I am looking forward to this. This is amazing. The rasher of bacon. I'm going to start with bacon because everything's better with bacon. And I've been saying that for, 20 years now, but it is absolute truth. They use a thicker cut of bacon than the stringy bacon that we use in the United States. Oh, so good. I would say it's a little saltier than the bacon I'm used to having, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily a salty bacon. It's just very straightforward with that. Make sure the tomato is not overcooked. It is nice and firm. It has a very good resistance that I'm cutting through it. Oh, it's sweet. It's a great compliment to the bacon. Excellent compliment to the bacon. You get a little beans on there. The beans over here are tomato based. They're not like we tend to have barbecue beans in the United States, which have a more of a mapley flavor. This one has a little more of a tomatoey zest coming forward. Moving on to the white pudding. I don't know what to say about that. It's a good taste. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert on white pudding, but it's a different texture. It's a different taste. Black pudding is usually flavored with blood, and that's what gives it the black color and texture. And it adds a moistness to the pudding, which you don't taste, but yet texturally you can tell it's there. Anybody who likes who appreciates like a blood sausage, like when we did the blood sausage. This gives you the pudding isn't necessarily like the sausage, but on the same end, it gives you that sort of same kind of creamy saltiness to it, which is it's something. It's definitely something. I'll move on to the sausage. Now, I don't know if they call them bangers here, but it's a sausage. It's a clear or like a lighter colored sausage, probably pork. So I noticed that since we've been here, that the Irish sausages tend to have It's a finer dice on the meat and the sausage, which gives it less texture, less variation in the texture. It's a very well ground meat. And then this is just a tomato or potato wedge, so I don't necessarily think that this is going to taste anything different than what I'm used to. All right. This is a huge meal. It's going to be pretty much food until dinner. This is going to be a wonderful meal. And I think this is a great representation of a very traditional Irish meal from Kilkenny. Whew, we made it. That was one heck of a meal, and I'll tell you, there's enough food in there that we're probably not going to eat for the rest of the day. It was such a good, filling meal. If you're going to have a meal in Ireland, absolutely, you should at least once get a full traditional Irish breakfast, because it is an experience of flavors and choice. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back again next week with another Tasting Our Way. You made it to the end of the video. Now go a little further by liking and subscribing so people like you can find us too. See you on the next adventure.